Welcome to Study with Street Science, where each and every week we unbox a science toy and learn about science at the same time. Today, I'm joined by my amazing co-presenter, Jono.
Hey Ken, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good stuff.
You had a good idea today that maybe we should challenge ourselves and do our toy unboxing in how long?
15 minutes, I think.
15
We should really push ourselves because I'm always late for everything, and I just want to see if I can do this. You know, it would be a really wonderful feeling to achieve something in 15 minutes.
15 minutes. We don't know what the toy is. We don't know what the toy is, but it is also something special coming up. It is New Year's Eve. We are celebrating the end of a massive year here at Street Science, and just for you, I believe you've got something special lined up.
Oh yeah, everyone, you should stick around. We have an explosive fireworks delight to finish off today. So stick around, please.
You're gonna have to wait for that. All right, look, without any further ado, let's unbox our toy. Let's see what we got here.
What have we got?
Jono, do you want to do the honors today?
Ooh, I would love to. Let's have a look here. Let's see here. Now, I'll rip open our Street Science box. I probably don't want to rip it. Ooh, oh, okay. So we've got some of our patented refractive lens glasses.
Well, I think I'll have to wear these.
Ooh, have a look at this. There's a 3D eyeball puzzle. Whoa, bags that one. And, and a heart puzzle.
Ooh.
4D heart puzzle. How great is that?
A heart puzzle. All right, so we're unboxing one toy each.
And a cricket ball. Now it is the summer of cricket. I'm very excited that the cricket season is back upon us, but I wonder what we're going to use this for.
I tell you what, wearing these glasses, so if you've never used these before, it fractures the light and makes all these like amazing rainbows. Now, I believe the reason why we're wearing these is that later on our big special surprise is gonna use these things in some capacity.
Oh my gosh, there is a certain level of discomfort, but amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how long we'll be able to do, but all right, let's start the time. We've got 15 minutes.
Get stuck in?
All right, Tia, start the clock, 15 minutes.
Now.
3, 2, 1. Oh, quick. All right, let's go. Okay.
Wow.
Human hearts.
Okay. Oh, look, there's some instructions. That's handy.
Oh, you got instructions? Oh yeah, I got some here too. Okay, I'm gonna put that over here.
Okay, let's see. Oh, wow, it even has a breakdown of all of the anatomy. That's pretty impressive.
Now, for those who are regular people that tune in, you might have realized that we did this little bad boy a couple of weeks ago. I don't know what episode that was. So that was a bit of a challenge to get it done within 15 minutes. So we're really giving ourselves a bit of a progress. All right, quick, I'm just gonna dump mine.
Yeah, I can't even get all my stuff out.
Sorry about the audio, guys.
Oh,
We'll turn that down.
There's kind of an ASMR aspect to this though, isn't there? Let me do it too.
Okay, I think it's mine. Whoop. That was gone. All right,
Ken,
cool.
I see what you did there, and I'm following you along.
Well, it's 15 minutes. We've been racing against each other. I got my instructions here. All right.
Why is this going?
Okay,
there it is.
I'm going to put my glasses off so I can see. So this is like full competition now.
Okay. Oh, now this is interesting. I did see something in the guide just then. An expert level of build will take 15 minutes.
Okay, we're
What do you
definitely
think?
putting our selves to the challenge.
Yeah. All right. I am keen.
There's a couple of interesting facts here. We all obviously know what the human heart is about. It obviously like pumps our blood all around our body and circulates the oxygen to other parts of our body, which is a real big important part. But it says here that apparently a heart can pump over 500,000 liters of blood by beating about 100,000 times per day.
Wow.
And guess how many beats that equivalates to in a year?
Oh,
Any guesses?
look, let's say. Look, my math is no good, mate. But we're going into the tens of millions.
Yep. I'll give you a range, all right? Is it 10 million, 50 million, or 100 million?
Let's say 50 million.
Pretty close. It was 36 million.
Oh, wow.
So that's a lot of beats.
That's actually really interesting.
All right, quick. Go. I'm running behind here. Okay, what do we have to do? So this has got 31 parts. I don't know how that works. This looks like the I'm shafting myself here. But
Yeah.
I got it.
You know when your heart drops because something really embarrassing happens?
Heart drop moment. I'm just like testing how fast my heart beats. Just the adrenaline here. So what do you reckon? What do you reckon eyes and hearts have got to do with our final spectacular?
Well, look, I think that when it comes to New Year's, we often see celebrations that are visually spectacular, and it makes us feel the love. But did you know, actually, the human heart, nobody actually knows why we associate the human heart with love. It's one of those things that's never actually really been properly drawn out. But there is circumstantial evidence throughout the history of heartbreak actually physically hurting people in the chest. And that's part of it, I think.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
There you go. I think I'm building the outside of the heart at the moment. I think that's you've got two sides of your heart, the left ventricle and the right ventricle from memory. And you have different, I think you've got 4 chambers as well. 2 chambers on either side of each ventricle. And one side is for sucking in the blood, and then the other side is for pumping out from memory. I think one side reoxygenates the blood before it gets pumped around the body. Pretty sure that's how it works.
All right, so I've got an interesting eyeball fact for you. Ooh. Did you know that the only tissue in the entire human body that contains no blood is the cornea of the eyeball?
Ah, interesting.
Isn't that interesting? In fact, there's a condition where if blood vessels start to grow into the cornea, it needs to be treated with topical corticosteroids to remove those blood vessels because it can actually be dangerous and can actually lead to loss of eyesight.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I also thought, I think, aren't eyes somewhat immune privileged? If I'm racking my brain here. I vaguely recollect that immune cells don't get in there as much as well. I'll have to double check my facts on that one.
Go back through your first year biology notes.
Let us know in the comments if you know if that fact is true, or extra points if you can correct us or validate those results. Let us know. We might even send you out something special. All right, I'm starting to be able to build this. This is looking pretty cool. I've got a bit of a structure here. I don't know if I've totally missed stuff in the middle, but it looks like it's starting to take shape. So that's like the main crux of the heart. Tia, how are we going for time?
We are 8 minutes in, 9 minutes in.
8, 9 minutes in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm struggling there, so I'm going to move on to something else for a while because that just does not want to play ball.
Playing ball for you? Okay. Oh, here you go. Maybe I'll just check this picture out. There's also this big picture here that shows everything. We can get that on the main cam. Maybe we can sort of see what I'm trying to base it off here. So I've got the little setup here. So this is the apex of the heart. This is the right ventricle and then the left ventricle. Now, if you remember from when I did this bad boy, if you bust this open, we had the heart here. I always thought the heart was on the left-hand side of your body, but it isn't. It actually is in the middle of your body, but it's slightly positioned on a bit of an apex to your left-hand side. That's what I sort of was surprised about when I was building that toy previously. Okay, so I think these ones must go on some flaps here. Where do they attach? Maybe these ones have to go here or something. Okay, that's the aorta. Yeah, cava. Okay, this is the aortic arch. Now, Jono, do you know why they typically show veins as red and blue that come from the heart?
It's to do with the oxygenation of the bloodstream, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And what makes the oxygenation says when blood has more oxygen in it, it becomes more of a redder color. And as that blood begins to circulate around the body and gets used up, so the oxygen gets released and transferred to other parts of your body, then it starts to change to a more of a, it's not quite blue, but it's like a darker red, I believe.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. The oxygenation makes the blood glow. That's I think that is a reaction to the hemoglobin, if I remember correctly.
Oh, the hemoglobin, that's right.
Which is the iron content of the bloodstream.
That's right, that's right.
Very interesting though, Ken.
Yeah, no, so the hemoglobin allows the oxygen to bind to it, and that's what transfers it into the blood cells that then transfers around the body. Oh God, how are you supposed to build this in 15 minutes?
Look,
seriously.
I've got to admit, I am struggling here.
Okay.
It almost seems like these instructions
are not made for people that aren't. What do you call someone who knows the human body?
Well, I think that they've kind of made assumptions about what is constructed and what isn't constructed yet. What I mean by that is that there are parts that I'm trying to put together that are already together.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm actually cruising for a spectacular fail here on my eyeball.
Okay. So I think that one goes here. It says something about, where is this one supposed to join? Oh, here we go. That goes on this bit.
So, Ken, the most common eye colour in the world? Take a guess.
Whoa. Yeah, I know eye colour changes depending on your race and background. I'm going to take a punt and say it's either blue or brown. I'm going to go brown.
And you would be right.
Whoa,
it is definitely brown. It's estimated that 70 to almost 80% of the world's population are brown-eyed.
Wow.
Blue eyes.
Did you say 80%?
Yep, up to
okay.
almost 80%. Yep. Blue is usually 8 to 10%. They predict.
Okay.
And green is only about 2%.
2%.
However, I guess the blurry line there, the blurred vision perhaps, is that hazel.
Hazel.
And combinations of pigment inside the eyeball could make a significant inroads into those colours.
Oh, so like, broadly speaking, those percentages don't include hazel.
I don't
because
think
it
so.
blurs the line. Okay, I get you. Interesting. And what colour? Give me a look at your beautiful eyes.
I'm very hazel. However, I've noticed that when I'm in very cool temperatures, my eyes tend to go green.
Really?
The warmer it is, the browner the hazel is. The cooler it is, the more green my eyes are.
For real?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know. I've never been able to work it out.
That is super tricky.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like I'm getting somewhat close. I don't know how this bit plugs in. Like, I feel like I can see some little bits that are supposed to join to it, but then not. Maybe it's like the back. I need to fix out the back first. So I think the back bit must be the right ventricle, right atrium. So the atrium is the chamber that the blood first comes into, I think. Is that right? How are you tracking with yours? You going any good?
I am still struggling on the same trajectory. Yeah, it is a little bit confusing because all of the pieces were definitely set out in the box, but there's just something about it that just doesn't seem to gel.
Is that an eyeball gel reference?
That actually is an eyeball gel reference.
Have you got, Jono, I know you're a big fan of puns. Do you have any cool eye-based puns?
I can tell you a couple of jokes.
Oh, you got jokes? Yeah, I'm keen for jokes.
Why did the mouse go to the optician?
Why did the mouse go to the optician? I think it's something to do with squeak. No, why?
He was having trouble with his retinas. Sorry. Shall I get worse?
Yeah. Let's keep ratcheting it up. Keep
Okay.
ratcheting it up.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
A fish with no eyes. Thinking something to do with angle.
Visually impaired. I'm so sorry. I couldn't not.
Visually impaired.
Visually impaired. Some people would argue that it's actually fish.
Or fish.
What do you call a fish with no eye? Fish.
That one actually took me a hot minute to recognise that one. That's pretty bad.
But much like that fish, I am pretty confident that at the end of these 15 minutes, I'm not going to have an eye either.
Okay.
Well, you both failed by -2 minutes.
We've gone over 15 minutes already. Oh my god! All right, quick! We're gonna come back in just a second. We'll try and get this build a little bit quicker. We'll be back soon. Oh, and we're back. Whew, that took a hot minute. That
Sure did.
I think we're almost done. I'm just gonna put my little stand on.
I think it was a lot longer than 15 minutes, Ken. I was potentially a little bit ambitious, but I have finished my eyeball now, and I was thinking, you know how they use that expression, a one-eyed supporter of a team? You know, they often say a footy team, like somebody would be a one-eyed Sydney Swans supporter.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Like
mean
single vision.
It means that
That's all they go
regardless
for.
of what's going on around them, they continue to be rusted-on fans.
Yeah.
The truth is that if you were a one-eyed fan, you'd have a whole bunch of trouble with depth perception. The reason we have two eyes is because it allows us to actually calculate infinitely inside our minds exactly the spatial dynamics of our surroundings. For example, close one eye.
All right.
Close one eye right now.
Closing my eye.
I'm going to throw this ball to you. Now make sure that eye's closed, and I want you to catch this ball when I throw it, okay? I'm just going to throw it straight up.
Okay, cool.
Very, very nicely done, Ken.
I
That
think
was
you threw it at me.
it was a
Try it
terrible throw. Let's do it again. It's not that easy, is it?
Yeah,
because our depth perception gets thrown off, and especially when it comes at us fast and hard. It's very, very hard for us to, with one eye, to do so. However, that all being said, did you know that dolphins sleep with one eye open?
Interesting.
And it's because when they sleep, because they are often vulnerable when they sleep, they only ever shut down half of their bodies at once. So half of their body, this is certain species of dolphin, by the way, not all of them, but in order to remain less vulnerable, one side of their brain and one eye remains completely awake while the other side of their brain falls asleep.
Yeah, that's trippy.
Isn't that fascinating?
Question though. For birds, because like they've got two eyeballs, right? But then they're always like looking, can only see one. Like, you know when they look at you, they look at you like this?
Yes.
So does that mean they have really bad perception because their eyes are like...
It's a really good question. I'm going to have to take that one a note.
We'll ask the birds. If you're a bird, comment in the section below. Do you have bad perception?
Maybe tweet us.
Is that? No, they're X now, aren't they? But,
oh yes, that's right.
But anyway, we should have our final experiment for the year. We've been waiting all this time. We've got our nice heart. Let's get a zoom up. Let's get a zoom cam. Here we go. Check that out. Heart and the eyeball. Oh, it looks pretty funky. That's pretty cool. Definitely a pretty cool toy. We did not get the expert level of completion.
Not even
15
close.
minutes. So I think that was an extra 15.
But fun all the same. Now, Ken, we did throw a bit of a teaser out at the start. If we engage our eyes and our hearts over New Year's, we can always have quite the celebration, and the spectacle that we always come to on New Year's is fireworks.
That is true. That is true.
Now, at Street Science, we love nothing more than blowing stuff up.
That is very true. I can attest to that.
The contents of fireworks at their very base is a metal called magnesium. And I have prepared a Street Science harbour bridge.
Ooh, that sounds pretty cool.
So very shortly, here in the studio, we're going to set them on fire. We'll be
we've
right
got some
back after
fireworks.
we've set this experiment.
Okay, hold up. We'll be there in a second. Bam. All right, we're back. Whoa, look at this setup. It looks a bit crazy. What do we got here? We've got the Street Science Harbour Bridge.
It looks perfect.
And then what are these things, Jono?
They are strips of magnesium. Magnesium is the major component of fireworks.
Ah, interesting. Now you're probably wondering, why does it look real hazy? Have you got sunscreen and wiped it all over the camera? No, that isn't the case.
And we're not in part of a schmaltzy Hallmark film or a Barbara Streisand film from the 70s.
Yes, that is true. I mean, although we do look pretty pretty. No, the reason for that is that we've put a special lens on there that diffracts the light. Refracts the light. Refracts the light. I knew it was one of those two. So when you put up a light, we'll show you a quick example. You'll see how you can see those little rainbow different elements. Now, if we go to cam 2 with the flame still going, you'll see you can't see it. So that doesn't have the lens on it. But if you go back to our main lens, you'll see that it is. So what are we going to do with the magnesium?
We're actually going to light the magnesium in different spots with our propane tank, because you need a very good ignition source to actually burn metal in the first place.
Okay, cool.
When that magnesium is burning, it's going to let out so much of its potential heat energy, and it's going to come off as light and heat. But this light is going to be a bright white light. We have 5 stations of magnesium, so what we're looking for here is a spectacular refraction display of magnesium burning underneath our very own New Year's Harbour Bridge.
And that sounds very fitting for our last experiment of the year. Now we've got the bit of fire extinguisher here just in case if it goes a bit crazy. We're going to try and light, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits of magnesium.
Shall we start?
Oh,
now we do need the safety glasses on.
All right, I'll let you fire yours up. Let's see if I can.
And here we go.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Happy New Year!
Yeah, boy! Whoa! Yeah! Check that out!
Happy New Year, everybody! Woo!
We'll catch you in the new year. Thank you so much for everything with Study with Street Science and everyone who's had us for an incursion, seen us around. We're super pumped for next year. Jono, do you have anything to wrap up for the last of the year?
Look, 2023, it's been swell. 2024, bring it on. See you soon.
Catch you later. Bye.
Bye.